A new highway was being built on the Island of Sodor. The railway needed repairs, so the highway needed to be built on time so the trucks could bring in the shipments and the trains would take them to where they needed to go. And for every accident that occurred during construction, it made the engines work harder to make up for their mistakes. One day, Sir Topham Hatt had gathered the engines working on the project in the yard. He had an announcement. Construction on the highway is coming to a close, but we need to pave a road. A steamroller is needed, and I'm bringing one from the other railway, said Sir Topham Hatt. The engines whistled excitedly. They thought they had a new friend, but this steamroller was far from their expectations. Days later, Emily brought the steamroller to Sodor. "This is George the steamroller," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Please treat him kindly," he said. George was very rude. "It's about time a highway is laid here. Once the roads are successful, your useless hunks of metal will be scrapped, and the roads will take over. Mark my words," said George. "Well, bust my buffers, what a horrid steamroller," said Thomas. "I can't believe Sir Topham Hatt bought such a feeble thing," added James. Soon, George was hard at work. He paved his way down the road. Toby arrived with the workmen and with Henrietta. "It's obvious why this railroad's a mess. You should be preserved before it's too late," said George. "Shut up!" burst out Toby. "I'm very useful." "Never mind him, Toby," said Henrietta. "He's not worth the time." And Toby left George behind. "Toby thinks he's useful. I'll show him he's useless," said George. Toby continued with the passengers. "That steamroller, what a silly thing," said Toby. "Don't let that steamroller ruin your day. Like I said, don't waste your time with him," said Henrietta. "You're right," said Toby. The next day, Percy went back to the sheds from pulling the mail train. He returned to find Toby feeling ill. Toby had to stay in the shed. "I'll need you to substitute, Percy," said Sir Topham Hatt. "You can count on me," replied Percy. Percy continued with his work all day long with Henrietta, and he took some troublesome cars to the building site. George left debris on the track. The cars saw the debris and wanted chaos. They had a plan. On, laughed the cars. "Help, help!" cried Percy. Percy put every ounce of weight he had against the cars. Then disaster struck. The silly cars had pushed him into the park and thrown him off the line. Then there was trouble. "You've put us in a very awkward predicament, Percy," said Sir Topham Hatt. "We were okay with 3 engines working the line, but now we're down to 2, and I've got no other engine to help out. Now we must complete the work with only 2 engines. "I beg to differ," said Albert, a workman. "George put debris on the track, which caused the accident." Sir Topham Hatt and Albert searched for the debris and found it beneath Percy. Later, Sir Topham Hatt spoke severely to George. "It was a mistake to bring you to the island. I am sending you back to the other railway," said Sir Topham Hatt. George was sent back to the other railway, and the engines continued with the job. And they finished the job easily.